launch the live here. Are you ready, Sueann? Looks like it's just black now.
I am. Can you still see it?
No.
All right, let's try that again.
I had it for a second.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. Let me go ahead and hit live here. Okay, welcome everyone again to another week of Spark Talks and working in Zambia with our entrepreneurs. We're just excited for this time, and we've got Zambia online with us, a new cohort, and really just a great group of folks that welcome everyone. I hope you can hear me and see me. And we're so grateful that you're continuing to learn and excited to grow your businesses. So we've got a special guest today, Sueann Tannis. She's a digital communicator. She's an entrepreneur. She pretty much does it all. Without further ado, Sueann, take it away, and we look forward to hearing about branding.
Thank you so much for having me. Just to confirm, Adam, are we using translator services today, and what's the preferred cadence?
Pretty much just every slide or so. I would just pause.
Okay, there's a bit of an interactive section at the first, so it'll be a lot of pausing, and happy to do that as well. So thanks again for having me. I'm Sueann, like Adam mentioned, and I'm just so pleased to be joining you today. It was great connecting with everyone on Saturday. Why don't we just go ahead and talk a bit about building a strong brand, which is so important, particularly as entrepreneurs. Today, I'm going to keep it very simple, but I really want you to see this as an opportunity to think about the strong brands that we encounter every day, and we're going to see what we can learn from them. Just pausing for translation, Adam.
Perfect. Chim? Can you just kind of do the translation and give us the thumbs up?
No need of translation. They all understand English.
Okay. Wonderful.
Oh, great. Wonderful. That is great. I think last time we had to do that. So that is perfect. Great. All right. So I'm going to share a few slides with you and share what we consider to be recognizable brands globally. And we're going to just play a little game. Is that all right? Good. Can you help me name this brand?
KFC.
All right. It's KFC. How did you know it was KFC?
Hey, Chim. Hey, Chim.
Yeah.
So Sueann is kind of doing. These are mostly American brands. So
no, we have KFC here.
Yeah, I did a bit of research, Adam. So I chose brands that would be familiar to our audience today.
Okay. Wonderful. So Chim, for you, we want to hear from the audience. So I know they're on mute right now, but maybe as she shows the next one, let everyone come off mute, let them raise their hands. We'd love to see if they recognize, maybe as a show of hands right now, do people recognize KFC? Okay.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next one. Which brand is this?
Coca-Cola.
All right, great. Which one is this?
Yoda.
Amazing, good. Another one.
They're really on their game today.
Nike.
Oh my God, great, great, great. Another one for you. What's that?
Samsung.
Exactly, your local telecommunications company, right? Great. So what did we learn from this exercise? I think we learned a few things, right? That these are brands that have done a great job at being memorable. You just had to see a bit of a snippet of their logos and immediately you knew who they were. And while a logo is not the central thing for the success of a brand, it is critical. But it also goes with other attributes that make these brands successful. So we're going to take a bit of a tour of that today. What do they have in common? One, they're different. We know a lot of people try to replicate them and duplicate them, but I don't think we can think of another brand on this planet that has a swoosh like Nike, or that has a guy in a bow tie like KFC, or Zamtel that is called Zamtel, right? We can't think of other brands like that. They stand out, they're unique. The other thing is that they're consistent and they're trustworthy. And we're gonna get into each of these things today. So they're different. I think one thing that we can learn from all these brands is that it is okay to stand out. On Saturday, oh, what are you drinking, Jim?
Coca-Cola.
Amazing. So Coca-Cola's got you, my friend. And that is again the power of a strong brand, right? It's okay to stand out. Who came first, Coca-Cola or Pepsi? I'm asking the audience.
Coca-Cola.
Okay, good. How many people in the room prefer Pepsi to Coca-Cola? Chim, you prefer?
It seems everyone prefers Coca-Cola. No, I prefer Coke to Pepsi.
Okay, great, right? And they were first. And someone came along and did a similar thing and they call themselves Pepsi. But you remember Coca-Cola, I think, first and foremost. It is okay to stand out. On Saturday, I saw some amazing fashion. I saw corporate fashion in beautiful fabrics. I saw backpacks in beautiful fabrics. It is okay to stand out. And I think everyone in the room is an entrepreneur because they had a vision for their business. They had a vision about doing something differently and doing something uniquely in only the way that you could. It's okay to stand out, y'all. It is okay. And that is the making of a strong brand, to have something that you can offer that no other brand can. And whether that is in the way that you sew your zippers in, or the way that you attach your buttons, or the way that you cut your skirts or your shirts, be different. It is okay to stand out. And that's something we learned from each of these brands. Consistency is key. So I'd love Chim to get a sense of the sectors or the fields or the occupations that folks in the room are in. Can you give me a bit of a tour of what people are into and where they're entrepreneurs?
Hi, in here we have we've got tailors, we've got people who sell charcoal, we've got people that sell vegetables, fruits, fish. Yeah, I think that's the majority.
Wonderful, great examples. So I come from a family of tailors. Here in the Caribbean, we call them seamstresses. So I guess in Zambia, you guys use the word tailors. But there's one thing I learned growing up with my mother, my grandmother, and that is when you do things consistently, people will keep coming back to you. right? And that might be consistent quality, right? The way that my job as a child was cutting all the loose threads off the garments. Once they'd been done and there were any hanging threads, I had to cut those off. Why? Because they were very, very insistent, and they wanted to make sure that when clients got their dresses, got their garments, there were no threads hanging off, because for them, it meant that it wasn't finished well, it wasn't done well. I also went through something else where my mother said, if you can't wear this garment inside out, it's not quality. You should be able to have a great finish inside and out. And it was that kind of consistency, that kind of attention to detail that got her clients over and over and over again. Consistency, doing the right things over and over again. So how would you feel if you went to KFC and your chicken was boiled instead of fried, right? Or there wasn't a lot of batter on your chicken? You would feel like they didn't get this right. And so when you want a strong brand, you just have to be consistent. For your vegetables, that might be making sure you are keeping the colors bright and fresh, keeping them hydrated with the right amount of water so that they look great to people who are passing by. Consistency might mean buying your produce from the same people over and over again, because you know that's the best that your customers can get. That's what goes into creating a strong brand. So let's go back. They are different, they stand out, but they're also consistent. Commitment to doing the right things over and over again. Chim, you're making me thirsty with this Coke. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. Trustworthy. Live up to your promise. Strong brands are brands that people feel they can trust. How would you feel if one day you went to, let's think of another brand, you bought a Coca-Cola, and then you opened it and realize, it's diesel in this bottle. It looks the same, but it definitely does not taste the same. One is going to give you a little burst of energy. The other one's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Trustworthy. Strong brands are brands that people can depend upon. So for tailors or seamstresses, where I come from, if you tell the client you're going to get your dress on Friday at 12 o'clock, deliver it on Friday at 12 o'clock. You have to build a brand that people can trust and they feel is reliable and credible. Another thing, and let me use fish as another example. What's a popular type of fish in Zambia? Brim? What's a not so popular type of fish in Zambia? One that no one really likes.
Kababa.
Okay, so if I come to you and I order brim, and then you give me, is it kababa? Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I asked for brim and then you give me something completely different. I need to be able to trust this brand. Or you decide for me that because there was no brim available, you weren't going to tell me, but you were just going to bring me a bag of that other kind of fish that nobody really likes. Strong brands are trustworthy. It's so important to live up to your promise. And if you can't live up to the promise, what do you do to make up for it? I would love to hear, Chim, from anyone in the audience who may be into, I'm going to use garment making, someone who's a tailor, and a time when they may not have been able to deliver a garment on time and how they made up for it. Would I be able to get a story?
when Tuesday go pamene vinachitika pamene apo munamo yo upira bwino bwino woza kunoso kuiranzira fe bwino bwino kyapa ayin.
Hello.
It's okay.
Hello.
Her name is Nancy Kabwe. She's a tailor here in Chawama Market.
Hello.
Hello.
So Nancy is giving an illustration of what happened with one customer. So the customer had a function at church, and then the customer wanted the dress to be ready on the day before the program, but she was unable to deliver, and then she had closed and knocked off earlier. So when the customer came back, the customer was so disappointed and very, very upset, and the customer demanded for a refund.
Thanks, Chim. Did the customer get the refund?
So what she did, she apologized to the customer, and then she renegotiated the deal and charged the customer 50%, and then she ended up doing the finishing up the outfit.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Shim. And give me her name again.
Nancy Kabwe.
Nancy. That was a great way to make it up to your customer. 50% off, so you don't lose, but she doesn't pay full price. And she still got her garment, even though it wasn't for the program at church, right? So she still has her item that she ordered. Is that right?
Yes.
Great. Amazing. So I think Nancy's on her way to building a strong brand. Can I get an example from another sector? Or if it's too much, Chim, we can just move on along.
I'm sure they customer
Hello. My name is Miss Makoto. In Chawama.
Good day.
My name is Miss Makon. I'm so
Are you able to hear?
I'm not able to hear her because I don't think she's as close to the mic as you are. So I'll depend on you to repeat for me, Chim.
My name is Miss Makon. I'm so the fish in Chama market. Yes. So
I can hear you.
So customer, when he buy me fish, then say this fish is not good. I'll take them, then I will tell them what to bring here, then I'm going to make it more. Then I'll bring the same fish fresh, I'll give them. Then that fish is bring for me. Then I'll do motomoya. So that's where I bring the fish. So now I know, now I'll do experience. So I want customer who came before, bring the fish, then I know the fish one can buy. I don't want someone to give me this fish food here. I want to sell this fish, very good fish, then no mess my phone.
Okay, maybe let me just go through what Messi was explaining. So Messi sells fish here at the market, just nearby where we are right now. So she was giving an example of a situation where there are cases where a customer buys fish, and then the customer maybe returns the fish the following day or even the same day to say, look, this fish is not okay. So what she does is she'll collect the fish and give the customer fresh fish. And then she'll get the same fish, which is maybe, okay, maybe the fish is, is a bit spoiled. Then she'll smoke it and then okay, so she'll add some salt and then smoke it, and then the fish will be okay.
So I think, look, Chim, I love it. Thanks, Miss. Look, here's what we're looking at, right? We're looking at an entrepreneur who is resourceful, right? So she's taking what a consumer or a customer is considering to be a product that isn't up to their satisfaction. And she's taking that product and thinking of a way to reuse it in a way that it is palatable to another customer, right? Because the first customer wanted fresh fish, but now she's going to serve smoked or salted fish to the person who wants it. And that is brilliant, Miss. I love that. So in a way, you're finding a way to turn a potentially negative situation into a positive situation. That's also a strong brand. To know how to move through the storm and still come out in one piece, right? And still make good money for your business. So Miss, I salute you. I salute you. Great job. Thanks for that, Chim. So I want to just go ahead and recap what we just talked about. Strong brands need to be different. And so, Chim, does everybody in the room know God and acknowledge God?
Yes.
Great. Because I believe that He gave each of you a vision for your business. Maybe it came to you one night when you were sleeping, or it came to you as you thought about ways of providing for your family and thought about ways of doing better for yourself in life. And He gave you a very unique vision for your business. Hold on to that. Strive to be different. If all of us were the same and He made all of us the same with the same gifts and ideas, our world would be very boring. But I think Zambia would also be a very boring place. So go ahead and push through. Be unique and be different and hold fast to that vision that you got for your business. The other thing is to be consistent. Consistency is hard to achieve, especially when funds are running low and you may want a specific type of button and you can't get that kind of button. So instead of a gold one that's shiny, you go for a plastic one. But I actually prayed this morning that everyone would find within their surroundings would find divine provision so that they have the tools and the resources they need to be consistent in how they deliver their brands. And I think that that is my prayer, because I've seen the difference that it can make when people have exactly what they need to be able to deliver services and products that the customers feel are so good that they keep coming again and again. These things are tied to being profitable and to being prosperous. The other thing is being trustworthy. We're all at different walks in our journeys, and none of us will be perfect. But find the thing about your business that you know you want to commit to. Deliver that time and time and again, and build up your brand to the point where people feel, yes, I can trust her. Yes, I can trust him. And if it's not right, like Nancy did, I know that she will make it right. I know that he will make it right. And that is so important. Don't take that for granted, because sometimes that can be the difference between customers who come and never show up again, and customers who keep coming and coming and coming again. Even if you mess up, they'll still trust you because you try to make it right. And so, you know, I didn't want today's presentation to be complicated at all. I just wanted to lift up these 3 characteristics of strong brands: being different, being consistent, and being trustworthy. And I want us to just go back and take a look at the brands that we looked at. We know for sure what to expect when we encounter or interact with these brands. We know this is going to give you some great tasting chicken and some great tasting chips or fries. What do you call them there, chips or fries?
Most people call them chips.
Right. So you're in the same places as me. So here in Barbados, where I was born, we call them chips as well. I think that's a bit of the British influence. You know that when you see this brand, you're going to get that sweet brown drink that keeps you awake and gives you energy. You know, when you see this brand, you're going to get a car that's affordable and dependable. You know that when you see this brand, you're going to get athletic gear that helps you look great when you're playing your sport. I can't say it'll make you move faster or help you get stronger, but you know that it's associated with playing and sports. And when you see this brand, you know that it helps you stay connected to your loved ones and your family. And this is the thing that's going to keep you going. We all know what to expect. So my challenge for you today is to deliver strong brands where your customers will consistently know what to expect. Be different, wow them with your service, surprise them with the quality of what you do. Maybe it's your packaging that makes you different. Maybe it's the tag that you put in your dresses that makes you different. Be consistent, do that different thing again and again and again, and be trustworthy. Have them fall so in love with you because you're dependable and they can trust that you're going to deliver great stuff every time. And that's the end of my presentation today. I can now take questions, Jim or Adam, whatever you prefer, or we can just hang out because I'd love to hear some of the stories of the folks who are in the room and see how we can support them with ideas, advice. So just let me know what works best.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I think let's first give Sueann a round of applause for really just the insights, you know, and I think we all can relate with Coca-Cola, KFC, as she mentioned, but I think what Sueann did is bring it down to your level of, even as entrepreneurs at the local market, you have to maintain that integrity of what your business represents. And that just resonated with me, and I hope it did for everyone. So Jim, we've got another about half hour. Why don't we take some volunteers? Sueann's a coach. Obviously, you talked about branding. Let's just get some more examples of people that maybe have a question, a challenge in their business. Why don't you bring up a couple more ladies to share about where they're at in their business and where they think they're going.
Hey, Adam, while they're doing that, I need to go, but I want to tell Sueann, she did a great job. And all those things applied to the businesses that I ran that helped me be successful. So great job, Sueann.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
And by the way, my wife and I traveled to St. Martin and St. Lucia quite often. So we were kind of near you.
You were kind of near me. So you're officially a Caribbean citizen. I'm gonna get you a passport.
Yeah, we've been there at least 10 times. So
okay, so
the
next time you're in the neighborhood, please pop by to Barbados.
Yeah. Which is closer to you, St. Martin or St. Lucia?
St. Lucia. It's literally just about a 20-minute plane ride away.
Oh, wow. So you know about the Piton Mountains.
I know about the beautiful Piton. Of course. Yeah. So we should chat sometime, but please, the next time you're in the Caribbean and all of this pandemic stuff is behind us, you know exactly who to call.
Love to see you. You did a great job. Good to meet you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Gloria. Isa.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Doing great. I think we have a bit of a delay, Chim, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let you guys take it away, okay?
Okay.
I'm not hearing you so great, Chim. I think there's probably something over the mic.
Okay. How's this?
Perfect.
Okay, so her name is Gloria Banda. She sells fish here at Shawarma Market, and she also sells charcoal. Business no, ni kamba mwanga tizabwera pa market. Zonse nanga zamene zisa ngoma chama zina. Okay, so her model is she usually has people pre-order. So what she does is when people bring fish, she delivers, and then whatever remains, she sells at the market. And when she's selling at the market, she sells for cash. Then for charcoal, then for things like charcoal, she buys the big one, the big sacks, and then she prepacks into smaller ones, and then she sells from the market as well.
Great. So Gloria, first of all, it's really great to meet you. I love your top in your dress and your makeup and your hair. Fabulous. I think you're probably one of the most fabulous entrepreneurs I've ever met in my life. So just really great to meet you. And so from what I understand, you buy the charcoal wholesale and then you package that out and you sell it to people individually. You make a profit from that, right?
Yeah.
Great. And for the fish, is it pretty much the same thing?
The fish she usually does people pre-order, and then she delivers, and whatever remains she sells from the market.
Got it. So how can I help you today, Gloria? What questions do you have? What is the one thing in your business that you're looking to improve that you'd love some advice on?
Some business here, we for business share. Remember to run that. So business
Business yanga makamaka ngani munga yamalashi. Ifuna pia ngambotenga moto ukaneka track ingine samasaka 120 na 130. So sikankala company ete malashi amene amagwa moto ukati mavuta ugamana because vachanchina peza vagulisa malashi vamambira kulonga mabags pants. So uli pamwamba malashi aja akago jamena matenga luzo hapa. So mafuna at least nikwanise nisitenga neka 130 moto ukaneka.
Okay, what I'm saying is she's just cited an example of the challenges that she has. She's probably just relating it to what she wants to use the loan funds for. So she says what she does is when they're ordering charcoal, the charcoal, a number of entrepreneurs come up together and then maybe get a truckload of charcoal. So what happens is the experienced ones, or what usually happens, people will put their charcoal underneath, and then the other people put the charcoal on top. Then as they are coming to here to Lusaka, some charcoal will be falling off the truck. So the ones that had put the charcoal on top lose out. So her challenge here is she's hoping that once she gets the loan fund, she'll use money, she'll be able to afford to buy a full truckload, and rather than where people are combining to make one truckload. So that's just a major challenge. So I don't know if there's anything you would want to add up on that.
Yeah, well, first of all, Gloria, thank you for sharing that. And so it sounds to me like when you use the same transportation method as everyone else, if yours is on the top, you're going to lose some. And so that's money going out the window, right? So it's a situation where you want to have a method that you can be sure, find a different source so you can be sure that what you buy is what you get and you can make the most money possible. That's what it sounds like to me. So I don't know the landscape in Zambia or if there are other suppliers that you might be able to look at who can provide it, but it sounds to me, Chim, and maybe you can help me out here, that there could be another mode of transportation that is explored potentially, or
most of the charcoal comes from out of Lusaka. In most cases, it comes from rural areas. So the mode of transportation is it's just normal. They just hire probably a truck, and that's how they carry it. For charcoal, there's no other way apart from that. Or probably you can pick up a small pickup, but the cost of transportation will go up because you probably have to hire 2 or 3 rather than just putting everything on one. So I think her challenge will just be sorted out once she applies her loan funds in procuring more charcoal, rather than just sharing the mode of transportation with other entrepreneurs. I think that's the only solution, because for charcoal sourcing it cannot be. Yeah, so for charcoal it cannot be. It's a big challenge to order or to purchase charcoal in large quantities from here. So usually it's gotten from the outskirts or the rural sides of Lusaka or outside town.
Got it. So it sounds to me like, one, the loan funding is going to come in very handy. But the other thing that I would say, and this might be an unpopular opinion, so forgive me, Gloria, is that if you start to do the calculations and you see that charcoal, you're losing money by selling charcoal, what are some other talents that you have? that you may be able to tap and may be able to use to make more money, more profit without losing. So I'll give you a secret. Not a secret, but I'll tell you a story. I got my hair braided on Saturday by a woman who only started braiding hair a few years ago. For the whole time she has been, I think she was working in banking or something like that. But she decided to make a switch. And all of the things that she learned in banking, how to use technology, how to deliver good customer service, she's shifted to braiding hair and making a lot more money braiding hair than when she was doing banking. So I would say other things to think about is like, what are the other talents that you have that would cause you less stress, but bring you more opportunity? So that's also something to consider. Sorry, Chim, that's an unpopular opinion, but I love exploring new gifts, new ideas, and thinking about what can I do different here that no one else is doing. And so braiding hair is just one example. For somebody else, it might be baking. It might be doing fruits and vegetables in addition to fish. So people come and they get to shop for dinner and lunch one time. Just throwing some ideas out there, but you know, I want to encourage our entrepreneurs to be bold as well, and to explore new gifts and talents that they know they have that could probably end up being more profitable. So thank you, Gloria, for sharing your story. And I wish you so much success in your business. I pray that it grows and leaps and bounds and that the funding expands, like the story with the woman in the Bible. I think, what was it? It was a pot of oil and it just kept getting multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And that is my prayer for you. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, good day.
I'm Diana Mwanza. I sell mini meal and eggs. Can you get me?
I can hear you. You sell meal and eggs.
Yes, I sell mini meal and eggs. My challenge is for mini meal. I order bags, 40 bags per week. And I sell it 2 weeks in a month. Yes, yes, yes. I sell in a week. I order 40 bags, and I sell it in 2 weeks. And eggs, I order 50 trays of eggs, and I sell them almost 2 weeks. This time the business is too slow. That's my challenge I'm facing right now. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Chim, can you give me the name again, please? I'm not hearing you so great.
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Hi.
Hi. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. So it sounds like you're ordering supplies. So you're ordering your, is it meal?
Yes.
And eggs.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they're not moving fast enough.
Yes.
You want them to move faster. And is it that you don't have enough customers, or is it that they're not buying the quantities that you expect them to buy? Could it be the location? Let's talk about it some more.
Maybe it's the location. Yes, I sell my eggs and the meal meal at home. Yes, maybe it's the, yes, at the shop. Maybe it's the location. There are no too many people in the location where I sell my medium and eggs.
Got it. So there's a saying in business, if the people aren't coming to you, go to the people. So what can we think about in terms of a new location or moving with the product? It doesn't have to be you, but is there someone in your family or a friend who you can trust to go and walk with or set up somewhere different? So maybe now you have 2 locations. Instead of being at home, you're going on a corner, if that is allowed, somewhere not too far away, but where there's enough people passing by. So you can go ahead and make sure you get the customers and the profit and the fast business that you're looking for. Let me ask you a question, Diana. Do you have a sign that says that you sell, do you have a sign at the shop at home that says that you sell eggs and mealy moo?
No, I
We
don't have.
need a sign, Diana. How are people gonna know that you're selling this stuff if you don't put a sign out there?
Okay.
So
I
I think,
will, I'll put.
I think that's our first thing, because what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna see your sign. How do you feel when you walk past KFC? I might not be hungry, but I see that sign and suddenly I'm feeling a little hungry, right? And that is exactly what your sign can do for your business. Get a sign up, Eggs by Diana, Mealy Moo by Diana. Let's get that sign up so people know what's inside that shop, and on their way home, when they forgot to get it from the market or the other shops, they know that they can stop by Diana and get exactly what they need. Let's get you a sign.
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Thanks, Chim. Thanks, Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like we have someone else coming, Chim.
Yes.
Great, great.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Luni Angandi. I deal in, I sell stationery and salaula. Sorry, second-hand clothes. And I'm having some challenges like as it is now because of in stationery. Because stationery I sell in seasons. More especially, I sell much in December and January, more especially for this school, the new grades. Yes, so I do stationery, and the most challenges is only that I sell much in seasons. Yes.
Sorry, what was the challenge? Can you repeat that for me?
The challenge is I don't have much income as at now. So mostly if I have enough income, I can manage well, because companies, they come and buy in at least in a number or unity. Yes.
Got it. So thank you so much. From what I'm hearing is that you sell stationery and
Yes.
secondhand clothes, right?
Yes.
And the problem with stationery is that that is a very seasonal business. And
Yes.
so you're able to sell that in December and January when
Yes.
kids are heading back to school.
Yes.
And then once they have what they need, they don't need it for the rest of the year, really.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, got it. Let me ask a question. Who else in your community uses stationery beyond school kids? Who else might need to use stationery?
Stationery, this area, there are few. there are few shops. It's, I foresee it's because of the environment, the area we are in. That's number one thing, the area. And now it's the area.
Okay, so it sounds to me to be a location situation
location.
where
Yes.
if perhaps you looked at selling somewhere else,
Yes,
you might have more customers who may not just be students or people with children who are going to school, but it might also be entrepreneurs or other business people who need stationery as well. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to sell stationery to any of the folks who were in the room with you?
yes, in town, yes.
No.
No, here, nothing.
Well, go and ask them if they need stationery. A tailor always needs pencil. A tailor always needs notebooks. A tailor always needs pen and erasers, especially if you're making patterns or
Yes.
you were taking down measurements.
Yeah.
So look at the people around you. They may be customers that you probably not even thinking about. I think on Saturday, the one thing that I shared with the folks who were on that particular call was that when you are an entrepreneur, you have to shout about your business from the mountaintop. That's the only way people will come. You are your best advertiser. So I'm gonna say today, the stationery that you have, there are potential customers for that all around you.
Yeah.
And for the secondhand clothing, I'll tell you something that I see some tailors doing in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
They take secondhand clothes
Mhm.
and they cut them open and use that pattern to make the new things over and over again. So maybe that is something you can do with your secondhand clothes. So if there's one of them that's really stylish, how about a tailor who might want to buy that and make other options off of it? I think there you use chitenge material.
Yeah.
So could there be something that is secondhand that's like this, and then you sell it and they make a pattern to make chitenge versions out of them? So I am hoping that you find the boldness to talk about your business and to sell to the people who are around you. Let everybody know I sell stationery. You have to make that known. And the other thing is, I pray that you get the creative ideas to think about how you turn these secondhand clothes into a profit, and think about other creative ways to sell to people who may not even know that they could use them to build their businesses. So I hope that was helpful, and I wish you all the best and great success in all you do, creative ideas and innovative ideas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
This has just been incredible, Sueann, and I think you can see just the variance of entrepreneurs, and I love that how you ended it there with screaming on the mountaintops. You have to, and Jim, I know these entrepreneurs are going to keep on going, so we look forward to progress updates. Let's encourage, be bold. I think the capital is good because they get some needed items, but it sounds like just keep pushing. It's such an important element. So we thank you again, Sueann, for this time. As we always do, we'd love to end with a quick pick. Jim, I don't know how you can facilitate, obviously, maybe tell everyone if they'd like to get closer to the camera. They're on the Spark team. I love, as you said, Everyone brings so much personality to entrepreneurship, and you can see it in every smile and faces that they're just excited to keep going.
Yeah, for sure. I think I have some new friends in Zambia. I'm gonna come and get my clothes out of Chitenge. I'm gonna come and get my eggs, my mealy meal. I'm gonna be getting my fish, whether fresh fish or smoked fish. But I think I got some new friends, and thank you so much, Chim, for just facilitating the session today. Somebody there is wearing Nike. We're seeing all the brands. Chim had Coca-Cola earlier. I see my friend in
Yeah,
a
I see
Nike
Nike.
shirt, and that just goes to show the strong, powerful brands and the standard that they set. And so I just hope that everyone in the room is able to build brands that are just as strong and just as powerful. It's been such a great pleasure working with you. Is it photo time?
Yeah, let me get it set up here. I'll just do the countdown, as they say. All right, I'm not sure which one. I see two cameras. I'm not sure which one's better to get all the folks in here. Hold on. I think probably the other one. Sorry, guys. I'm just doing some Zoom magic. Okay, all right, look at the one you guys are looking at now. Just look straight ahead. Don't look. There you go. Straight ahead. Got you now. Got you now. Okay, ready? Oh, wow, what a big smile there in the front. Hold on, I'm just gonna capture that one just to have it, and then I'll do one more. Let me do one more. Is everyone ready? Okay, smile one more time. For the one in the Nike outfit, I think you got to look at this camera though. Turn slightly. Okay, we'll make it work. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful. Great. Well, thanks again, Sueann. Any final thoughts or words?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for sharing your stories about your business with me. I love that I have some friends in Zambia now. I pray good success for all your businesses, bold and creative ideas. I want to see all of you winning. And by God's grace, I know that you're going to win. So thank you for having me. Thank you for sharing. Have a great rest of the day. Get that sign, Diana. Get that sign. And we'll be in touch again soon. All right. Take care. Bye.
All right. See everyone from Zambia. We'll see you soon. Thanks again,
Bye,
Sueann.
Thank you.
Bye.